Um, Today's date is the 9th of June 2026. 9th of June 2026. For me personally, I'm still in the UK. I want to return to Nigeria. But I'll be speaking about that. I'll be speaking about personal development. Personal development. What is personal development? I personally choose the way I want to be. I'm tripolar. So I am not bipolar, I'm tripolar, and I choose who I want to be. But it's more of a medical term I'm proposing, because personal disorder and personal development are different things. So being your most authentic self is what I really believe it is. And sensology, making sense of senses, that's what I call it, making sense of senses. I'm speaking about me, myself, and I, because for me, I'm thinking about the next stage of my life. So I'm 24, I'm 25 right now, still in the house. So I want to return to Nigeria. I'm building a company in UK. I'm doing a lot of work here, you know, by myself with no results. And I hate a dead head with housing, a dead end. Taking a depot is not a problem. It's a problem for me because I am not sick and it's a very much for the housing. So they're trying to force a depot on me or depot, and I'm not gonna take that. Me, myself, and I are not gonna take that. It's a violation of a consumer violation under the Care Action 14 Care Level Program discharge process. I believe that it's kind of like tools the brick wall. So I'm gonna define some things here. Sensology, making sense of senses. Sense or logy. Sense or logy. Sense or logy. Senseology, making I'm exploring ways to develop myself. Exploring ways to develop myself. So, I am a libido. I'm a libido. Uh, so I have strong sexual desires. Because I'm alpha. I am one of the because I've all the hormones of age of a growing man. I have autism. I am autistic and ADHD. But I want to do a reassessment of the to find out who I am, really what I'm doing. But I'm trying to develop myself. I'm trying to make myself most authentic self of myself as possible. And I'm drawing art. I'm creating and building and doing, but there's no result. And I'm not looking for support anymore. I'm 24. I'm 24. The support is I'm 25. The support has ended. That's my understanding of it. And as long as I don't have my hands cut or hurt, I can return to Nigeria. Or my feet cut, I can return to Nigeria. Oh, this is on my laptop. It's like it's like this. When I am, I'm speaking about here because what do I do with my life? I want to be my most authentic self. I want to write a book, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I want to write that book. I want to, I use a lot of AI systems, you guys notice, but I want to free myself up, to do more things I want to do. So I'll be coding, yes. I'll be coding by myself and I'll be vibe coding. Because as long as I can make direct calls to the API, I'm happy. um, this is a time in life where we have to find out we are enjoying life in Nigeria. People that are Igbos, we are when we're free for education, we start to enjoy life, we start to get our friends, start to be doing our work. But see, this nature of things happen in the UK. I'll still be in the UK, but I can be in the UK first, but it's no support. So what am I to do? I'm gonna keep looking for support, but I want to say, I'm not born in UK. I'm not born in UK, and you can't keep me in the UK telling me that I'm sick. That's a violation of the constitution of the UK, of the UK legislation under the Care Act 2014. But that's how you do it. That's how we are in Nigeria, and that's how we are here in the UK too. I want to explore certain things. I want to be illustrating, drawing. I want to be illustrating, drawing in my life. I want to be building a drawing, making some stories up. I want to be at the prime of the storytelling that I was in Cambridge, because I have my qualifications. You know already. I've completed all my qualifications. I have to get the mind trust. Like the what's it called? Basically, what's the place called? Thorough Inspire Hub to call me. I have to get them to call me so I can get the support I need. But that's my qualification papers. So I'm trying to get my qualification papers. But the qualification papers I need is what I need to perform the role of my system. I'm gonna be building a ontological Bayesian intelligence systems AI system. You're gonna see me do a lot more illustrating. You're gonna see me write a lot more bindings and drivers and code and documentation. But as long as it frees me from the physical hardware, or frees me from hardware, actually drawing. I'm trying to learn military doctrines. These things I should be writing down, but I'm not writing down. I'm just talking to you on the camera. So, and the idea is for me to, really push the boundary of what it means to be, you know, uh, because I'm already extraordinary. I'm tripolar. Even that medical term, tripolar, it's not even on the standard dictionary of medical terms. So, something I coined, tripolar. It's not even a disease, because I'm not sick. I discover for myself, and they cannot enforce me, tell me I'm sick when I'm not sick. So it doesn't work logically, Until a sick man, you know, be sick, but if they say once they're not sick, you're gonna step, they're getting better. At least they're getting better. And they're not sick at all. Oh, they're not sick at all. I'm not sick at all. You see, I'm describing, things that are really hurt me and things that are, really painful to talk about. My book is gonna be my 55 billion, my second tool for declaration is my business. It's gonna be about my UK relationship. But if I start a business, it's so strong entity in Nigeria. So it's gonna be business bound, but it's gonna have to go through some legal process like union charter. Anything needs to shout. So my decision go to the court, European Consumer Court, which is literally filing for bankruptcy. But 5 billion pounds. Where would that money go? It goes to Aqua University in Nigeria. This was nice. You see, you see, for me, I'm not hating, but I look for ways to solve my problem, and I've done everything I want to do in UK. Every education I've come from. I came for education. I've completed my education. I want to leave the country and be the person I really want to be in Nigeria. Because I come from working in Nigeria. I can go work in Nigeria, my country. And that's what everybody does. We come, we go. And that's not the truth. I've never seen anybody, if they want to leave, then my case will be different and will get worse for people like us. I don't want that. Because if one person gets, if it happens to one person like me, that's Igbo, it happens to another Igbo man. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not hating on the police. The police didn't want me to get a house. No one's going to get a house. I don't see it like that. I see the law. Because the law is what works for everyone. It's what works. And when it fails, That means you have to change it, change the way it works, change the way it works, because it works one way, yeah, I'm saying, and how it works. I'm gonna be exploring, doing more art, drawing. I'm gonna be more of a freedom art because my freedom, my drawings. I love drawing. I love artistic work. I love drawing. I love painting. I love sculpting. But they told me that I'm not a good artist in the school when I was a child. The teacher, that my work doesn't mean anything. That's in their standard, their framework. And I've learned to just be myself. Also, me, myself, and I. Be myself, me, myself, and I. I feel like having this talk helps hopefully give some people some faith that they are not alone in how they're feeling. Because someone that can be paralyzed in bed, give them medication, have all the medication one, no support, I wouldn't call them those people the heads and just play, the calm and paralyzed, because that's not living, they're suffering, and I don't want to be like that. I never want to be like that. I am not sick. We are not sick in Nigeria. I come for education. I want to go. I feel like there's so many things I wanted to do, but I've never done. I'm not saying goodbye to UK yet. I have to get my qualifications from the Inspire Hub in Thurrock, and make an FRA request to that. But there's so many things I want to see. The first thing I want to do when I come to UK is to see Stonehenge. That's the first thing. I've never done that. It's depressing. UK is collapsing. And it's not because of people that don't work, the people that go and get a job. It's not that. People are not living life. The quality of life is degrading. There's the English white paper, the English Jewish white paper. Life, just work, 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 work. Sleep, 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 eat, poo, poo, poo. Eat, sleep, poo. Or work, 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 eat, sleep, poo. Even other countries, there's no tourist attractions anymore. There's no innovation. Everything is black and white and grey, and I love to see. I want to build art. I'm doing art right now. I want to see. If I had a child, I'll encourage my child to be artistic. Be creative. Those are the things that really matter because when there's basically I saw an advert, on pink on like when someone broke color, the person first broke color on this advert on UTV, the TV in UK, was a duvet. It was kind of he broke color was with the paint. So he painted, he took basically the painting. That's kind of thing I love to see. Something that's innovation by color. She opened the color and poured color on the clothes, and the clothes have got a colorful world because the idea of color, that's kind of imagination, creativity, kind of creating of the world, innovations, like if people think I'm crazy, if you think I'm crazy, just go. I'm not holding you here on my TikTok. It's your diary, I'm not here going for there are people following me, So the color represents like, color is, creative, red, green, blue, and someone opened the window, was it? And the colors spilled out the room, into the world, and everyone became colorful, and what's being grey and dull and boring. UK is grey and dull and boring, and people are keeping it like that, because some people that profit from it, and that's what I feel. It's kind of because I love innovation. I love innovation. I love doing things. I love coming up with ideas and testing them on code. I love because in Nigeria, it doesn't matter how much long it takes you. If that's your profession, you do that profession because you love that profession. And then for me personally, if I do a profession, if I start a profession, I keep going. Doesn't matter the time, I keep going. It's not even autism because I have a diary. I'm going to have a diary, like because I have a diary. I keep log of the things I do. I keep doing those things consistently, and we get to a point where I have mastered it. It's muscle memory. And I want to learn integral calculus. Before I'm 30, I'm 25 now. I want to learn integral calculus. I want to learn how to solve a partial differential equation. I've never done those things. That was meant to be what I should have learned with Mensa, British Mensa. And I've never learned those things, given my nature of things. I don't know why, the system is collapsing so badly. But it is, it is. And I'm not the only one seeing it. People are making all the videos. UK is collapsing, it is collapsing, oh, it is collapsing. People that know the system knows it's collapsing, People that don't know the system knows it's not doesn't know it's collapsing. The English Revolution White Paper is a good thing, I want to see innovations, the right innovations in English. I'm a Briton. I'm not British. I don't have a British passport. I will never claim I'm British. Oh, now you're British. Well done. Here's your room. No, no. I'm not having that for anybody. Anybody. Doesn't matter if you're the Prime Minister. But the English Revolution White Paper is what I want to see happen. I want to see something good come out, innovation from people that like me, because that's the whole purpose of the English Revolution White Paper. People that are in rooms that you want to keep trying to say they have no capacity, and they have innovation and dreams. Instead of you bringing them forward, you're pushing them that way, and that is what's causing your problems. That is what's causing your problems. So you can't push the wrong people away. You can push. You have to find the right people. The system is built to protect us all, and it's not even the fact that there's no it's not the fact there's no support or no, it's just corruption everywhere you go. Everyone's washing cash. Because I don't want to see anybody wash cash, because they go to casino, you're washing cash, I know the system, it doesn't matter where you are in the UK. If you go to your barber shop or your takeaway shop, they made a profit. How can a barber shop make a profit? Instantly. It's not instantly. It's like because they have process and they when they see them, you talk behind the back. They see them, they talking quietly. Those are the talk that used to get on the job. And I get what I'm saying. I hear what I'm saying. You know, I can't I don't want to leave the UK, but I want to innovate in the UK. But it's hard because my whole goal of coming to here was when they say that you come to the UK or not. I said to them, yes, I'll come to UK because I'll learn something, and that was my education. I learned something. I've completed my education. I want to return now as soon as possible, if possible. I want to return because we are different. We are different. We're not sick. I didn't come for care. If I came for care, I would have stayed for care. And if I get better, I would have left the country. That's how it works, guys. If you don't know, that's how people work. I want people to stay, but people don't come here to relax anymore. You have tourists. We used to have tourists. We used to come to the UK to get houses. People used to still come to the UK to get houses. Now they don't. I want to see how this innovation. Because me, I'll be. Oh, let me show you what I'm drawing. This is OB Stabilities interface. This is a robot dog. So OB is a controller. This is a robot operator. This is seven. So it's a one-to-one map, and this is what I call a stability interface. Because this robot operates the real world in hazards, and this is OB. He's not in a hazard, so he's in a physical room, sensory room, and this is OB's mind and body. So this is connection between the mind and the body. This is what I did. I just did this, because I'm on the spectrum, yes, but I am not. This is not even drawn out, fully well drawn out. But this is a projection of power. This is basically what it looks like. This is like ideas, for police department, open system, robotics interface K9, Killjoy. We call the dog Killjoy. This is Killjoy. Killjoy. K KJ9. K9. Q9, Killjoy. So this is Killjoy. One of my friends, my voice let me say her name is Killjoy, so I just named Killjoy. So this is Killjoy, the robot dog. It's never been complete yet. It's meant to be. So I'm meant to be building robots right now. I'm meant to be building compounds. I have projects that I'm working on, and Killjoy represents one of those projects. This is ideas. Because people actually sketch this down. Take a pen and paper, take your time, make your audience go, who's speaking, what are you doing, and lay down the foundation of your idea. You get clarity. I love questions. Some questions you cannot see. But you can always formalize some questions. So, like in Sigi, human rights protocol. Food, water, and shelter free of charge in the UK. But the question should be, how should we sustain extent food or water should be free? For charge economically. I once I've found so many things. And my mom's telling me my life has just begun. There is no life in the UK. There is no life because they have they have corrupted. They have the people that don't care. Have poisoned. They don't care for me because I'm not in that demographic. I'm not in that people. So they just want to give me to say I am the problem. I am sick. Even that has no value to them. Me being sick, they rather have me be well than sick. I'll be an asset than liability. You know, it's not give me no, but we are not sick in Nigeria. They have talked to me, talked to me, talked to me. You know, now they've lost me five. I don't want to boast about that. I want to boast about being authentic, and that's not yourself. I did what my authentic self would do. Me, myself, and I. Uche, Eze, and Obi. We are we are three in one. Tripolars. I'm not even scared to explore myself, but why have we started with this medical diagnosis of this things, because I want to explore myself creatively. I want to have tattoos. I want to have I don't have a girlfriend, If I have a girlfriend, I know what I have, I'm a libido. I'm an alpha male. That's what that means. It's essentially the hormones that kicks in for me that makes me initiate an action. That's what I believe libido really does, And even these drawings, I love this drawing. Look at all these things. I don't hate it. Look, we need to do better. We need to at least pencils. These are drawing tools here. I can start drawing immediately. But there's a process I follow, and that process is systematic too. And that is what knowledge is all about. Finding use systems to But I research myself, so I just start. I'm autodidactic. I know that I'm also didactic, so I just start learning. No need for school for me. That's what autodidactic is. And if I didn't know all of this stuff about myself, I'll be depressed. I'll be angry. Well, thank you. My doctor said to me, find out what you have in MD. Even the police don't like me. No one likes me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Just get what you life and get on life. Why would you like me? I'm not your friend. I don't know you. But they like to know me because I'm smart. They like to be around me because I can solve their problem. And that's what I like. People that want to be around me because there's a purpose to be around this reason. They can't just be around me, for no reason, because that would be a reason. I'm fine with that, because it doesn't bother my senses. So this is Killjoy, this is a killer robot. And this would be a bomb, it's good to have a bomb diffusing robot and a killer robot, but this is a hazard, something that's dangerous, Killjoy will be there dealing with them, You see, I'm gonna be doing a lot of blueprints, and before I ever die, blueprints and work on my computer and art, and I'll be doing hell of a lot. What's my board? I can't find it. No, like a lot of things I can't find. I mean, a lot of things are not found in the UK, and I am. I need to. I care. I care. I have to care. About the UK because it's my local environment. I have to care. It's who I am. It's who I've been. See, I am not scared of Nigeria. I'm not scared of Nigeria. I have, I want to be my most authentic self. I want to care about Biafra. I care about Biafra movement. It's still happening. People are still making their own way to address the Biafra issue. I have made my own way to do certain things. But for me, you see, me that's suing people and suing people for £5 trillion because I want to 5 trillion, not even £1 billion because I'm tripolar. Because I want to show the UK doesn't do that again. I find it, I have a small following. I don't even ask people who are following me because they learn something from me, and that's what I like. That's people that are out there. And that's what the internet was made for. If you don't like it, you go somewhere else. If you don't like it, you go to a different stream. That's the idea of the internet anyway. That was the whole idea. Okay, so let me stop this video, and rethink my whole life because I'm 24 now. I'm 25 now. My whole life, what do I want to be doing? I want to be studying. I want to be studying creative stuff, more art, more prototypes, more architectural work, more concept work, art, more creative industry style innovations. I want to define. I don't know if it's ask me what I want to do. I want to do what I want to do. So that's the idea. So I ask myself, what do I want to be doing in my life? I just said I want to do what I'm doing. I want to be doing singing. I want to be dancing. I want to be making songs. I want to be using my knowledge to what I've done, from Inspire Up to building innovations. I want to build a website, obnxs.org. I want to innovate, start innovating. I want to do a concept and line up. I want to make my drones, my ontological based intelligence robot AI system. I want to build drones. I want to, I've achieved that in the span of I'm 25 right now. 25 plus 15 years. Plus 25 plus 30 years. Everything. Because there's no support. 25 plus 30 years. 25 plus 30 will be 55. By the time I'm 55, I can achieve all of that. That's 30 years from now. So 25, after half a plan, 25 plus 20 years, 45, 45, 25 plus 15. Because, if I spend 15 years here, again, because in UK, if I do 25 minus 9, that's 16 years. So if I do 25 plus another 16 years, let's see what would that be. 41, I'll be 41. 25 plus 16 years. 16 years. 16 years. 16, 16. I can split this into 3 products, but I have to start sketching my robots. I have to start designing my tools, my MOOC. I have to start, building stuff with the agentic models. I have to start, conceptualizing work. I have to start, I can model anything down, but it takes 45 minutes at least per day. Even the art I do it takes 45 time. I want to really push the boundary of what it means to be human. Name that video, pushing the boundary means to be neurodivergent. I think that's the best thing to say because that's basically how neurotypical people process. But I'm tripolar, so pushing the boundary of what it means to be neurodivergent. Yeah, if I am, because I'm not even sure anymore. But I know I'm tripolar because I diagnosed myself, so I know I'm tripolar. So but the test gonna categorize me as bipolar, but I'm tripolar, so I know that. So pushing the boundaries of what it means for neurodivergent, because that's new because they don't understand. For neurodivergent people, it'll be like pushing the boundaries of what it means to be me, myself, and I. And that is who I am authentically. Yeah, pushing the boundaries of what it means to be myself. Okay, thank you for watching this video.